The Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans. So, if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support, just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too. Easy boy.
It's Thursday night. It's been alright. Gonna have your say on the football. Mad and sexy day.
Beautiful for Norwood. They might get on the end of it. It's Norwood. He's got it.
It's the football phone-in. The Latics football phone-in. It's the football phone-in. The Latics football phone-in. It's the football phone-in. The Latics football phone-in.
Hello and welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In.
Are we?
Yeah. We're on.
Cool,
Yeah.
Cool.
Good evening, guys.
Good eve. Whoa. Good evening,
evening, guys.
If you want to buy it from the merch shop, then do, because we really need the money.
He doesn't say it anymore, though, does he? He says, "Good evening, Sexy Dave and Matt."
Yeah. If it be coming on, it's good evening, guys.
Hello to James. Good evening to Belford the Black Labrador.
Sorry,
No, that was all right. Yeah.
I was just saying hello in dog.
If you've got any more pets you'd like to share, we are sponsored by Legacy Pets.
Yes, our fantastic sponsor. Thanks once again.
So please do share your pets with us.
Yes.
Hello, OFC 99. Is that an ice cream?
Maybe.
Can I have the OFC 99, please?
That's the OFC 69.
Oh, God. Dirty Dave Bradley.
Sexy. Dave.
It's Dirty Dave.
With Ian Parker getting right into it, with just over a week remaining in the transfer window and with us lacking goals, will we find the goal-scoring striker that we need? That we will bring that type of striker in? I think he's trying to say, are we going to find the striker? Period.
What? We've got two strikers who played up front on Saturday, against Bristol Rovers. On Saturday and on Tuesday against Bristol Rovers. Joe Quigley scored his first goal for the club. Was that was his 3 games? Scored 1 in 3 so far.
No, it's his second. That was his second game.
He scored 1 in 3 though, so far. He scored in his second game.
Yeah. And he nearly scored on Tuesday.
He should have scored, shouldn't he?
He
missed a bloody sitter. He missed a bloody sitter, man.
He's bloody rubbish, man.
Yeah, he missed a sitter, didn't he?
It'll come.
Just so you all know, please be aware there are no callers, so this is currently the Matt and Dave show.
The Matt and Dave show.
Did you watch the game on Tuesday?
I watched bits.
Which bits?
The last 10 minutes. And it was dire, wasn't it? But I thought Conlon was outstanding again. I thought he was really good. He's been our standout player. He got a lot of stick last week.
He's one of them. He does. He's like you, Dave. He does a lot of the dirty stuff. You know what I mean? Goes unnoticed. he does a lot of the dirty stuff.
I'm not sexy stuff, but there's no sexy football at the moment, is there?
I still think that the midfield issue is an issue with Woods and Conlon in there. I don't think that they get forward enough. I think they do a good job defensively. I don't think they get up to join the strikers enough though. So
let me just hold that thought, because we have got Ben in Bristol.
Right.
Hello.
You
all right, Ben in Bristol?
Not bad.
Good.
Are you an Oldham fan or a Bristol fan?
Both. Matt knows me. I've been on the podcast.
Oh, I do apologise. Sorry. So, which Bristol do you support? Rovers or City?
Oldham.
Okay, good
but,
stuff.
but he's in Bristol.
But you are in Bristol, right? I thought you said
Yeah.
I presume so. Presumably, he went on Tuesday then.
Oh yeah, yeah. I took my nephew, and well, me and my brother took my nephew, and we were home ending it. So I was
right.
incognito.
Right. Well, he doesn't. There was no goals.
Yeah. So yeah, I was about to say, nobody was going to score in a month from Sundays.
That's actually interesting that you were in the home end. So, what did what did the Bristol fans around you make of Tuesday night, the game, and their performance and our performance?
I'm bringing up my notes. I've come prepared.
Yeah.
Although, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen it. So,
what's your handle on Twitter?
BD Dunbar.
All right. Okay.
Right. So yeah, when Drummond missed towards halfway through the second half, the person behind me said, "Oh, they must get their strikers the same place we get ours, i.e., Oldham get the strikers." And I said, "Yeah, the bargain basement."
Yeah.
And as I was leaving, somebody said, "Oh, that's a point earned," which kind of sums up how their last sort of season and actually the last, I think it's 14 games have gone.
Yeah.
So although they're well fancied, and we might look back in April, May, as that being a good result, it wasn't at the time. But it's a bit like Milton Keynes, really.
Yeah, we just haven't got going, have we? You know, we seen the little we didn't concede early, which is a positive, but
Didn't concede at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a bit sneezy tonight.
Sorry,
so
Matt,
please
to mute
excuse
there.
me.
And with regards to, I don't think we'd played that badly, but it's just, there was just no creativity. What was your thoughts, Ben?
Nah, no creativity. I think we did look a little bit more dangerous with Drummond playing out wide and two big guys up top. But between the three of them, they are not going to score that many goals. I think Fondup showed in his sort of first spell when he was signed under Shares that he can perform at this level. Quigley can perform at this level. But Drummond is not going to score that many goals. I mean, he missed from a yard out where I don't know how he missed. So, but yeah.
Yeah, and look, I mean, the thing is, if we're going to play with big men like Fondup and Quigley, I think we've got, now whether or not, and Mellon said this before, he said that the kind of football that excites him is seeing wingers get to the line, cross balls in, but he said that he doesn't seem to be any players in the game that do that anymore. The likes of, I know we're harking back to Rick Holden and David Ayres and stuff like that, but players who are tricky, who get to the byline and whip balls in and then play for players to get on the end of. Now, the goal that Quigley scored against Swindon was from that exact kind of ball, but it was a set piece. But you get a ball in and you whip it in, you give them something to run onto. Like Quigley and Fondup's going to be able to get on the end of it. But Drummond's not that kind of wide player. He's not going to get down the wing and whipping consistently good balls. We don't really seemingly have anyone that does something similar down the left. So it's kind of all just lump up front, try and get flick-ons and second balls, but then Conlon and Woods are too deep to get in support. So it's then up to the wide men, whether it's Morris, Hawks, or whoever, to try and get in and around the forward players, and that's not really been working. Now, I don't want to sort of be too down on the performance. I think had we beaten Swindon at the weekend and then we go away and pick up a point at Bristol on Tuesday night, I think it's a good point. I think that we grafted and we defended quite well on the whole. They're not the most clinical side in the division at the minute. They could have scored, but they didn't. So I think it's not all bad, but there is definitely work to do in terms of going forward and scoring goals, and we've not hit that yet. And Fleetwood on Saturday is going to be really, really tricky, although they did get trounced by Crewe, but then Crewe are flying, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think we're missing Pet for his delivery, for his set pieces. Cause,
Yeah, agreed.
I think certainly the one that Conlon sort of shot over. It was interesting because Fondup had grabbed the ball and Fondup clearly fancied it, but the result would have been even worse.
Well,
Yeah, I think you had to get that on target. I was really disappointed with that. I thought it was really, really disappointing that it was just, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's he had to, we need to make them pay in that last, because they nearly made us pay by biting the crossbar in the last minute. Do you know?
Yeah.
So
He played well. What was he called? Sparks.
yeah, but I thought their striker was good. That number 9, he
Yeah.
was busy.
Oh,
Him, weren't he? He's a
He
quality.
he had Robson on toast him. He was
Yeah.
he was very good. He was a bit like how we've tried to play Quigley, sort of a striker but playing out wide. He had the build of a striker, but he was playing out wide. And
player.
they had was it Conte that has taken us apart a couple of times for Gateshead in the middle. So they had quite a good. There's a number of players that I thought, oh yeah, they're good. So I don't necessarily think, in the grand scheme of things, it'll be a bad result. But
No, God, listen. Our results at Bristol Rovers are absolutely shocking over the years. We don't. We
Always
don't.
last-minute goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like picking up a point there, I'm not
Is it
disappointed.
Craig Midgley? I went when Craig Midgley scored in the 97th minute, and I was just like, "Oh God."
I don't have a problem with that with the result. I don't have a problem with going to Bristol and keeping a clean sheet.
it's interesting.
Go on, mate.
Sorry, Matt. Yeah, it's interesting. So 4 years, almost to the day, we went to Bristol Rovers in our last season at League One, last season in League Two, and there was a minor pea boil at the end.
Minor.
Minor. It was a minor pea boil. It didn't get to that. They weren't quite booed off, but it wasn't far off.
I watched that game, and it was.
We were lucky. We lost 1-0, and we were lucky to get that. And they did get promoted that season on the last day, where they absolutely battered somebody. I can't remember who it was, and somebody else lost. But yeah, no. I've been to Bristol Rovers 3 times now, and I haven't seen a score, and we've conceded twice. So yeah.
Well, it's an improvement, incremental improvement.
Yeah.
So
I think that Mickey Mellon, he doesn't like losing football matches, right? So my brother's convinced that Mickey Mellon doesn't want to win football matches, which I think is probably a bit, not quite right, because I think he does want to win football matches. But I think, first of all, he doesn't want to lose football matches. And I'm quite okay with... Well, I'm more okay with... I'd rather see us have a go at Bristol, who had not won all season, lost all their games. I'd rather see us have a bit more of a go. I'm not happy with that midfield pairing, although I like them both. I think they're both good players, and they both do a good job. But together, I don't think there's enough transition from... They don't bring the ball from the back to the front. They don't get involved enough up front. But like MK Dons and at Bristol, okay, fair enough. But we've got to start winning our home games. And that point against Colchester was disappointing. The defeat against Swindon was disappointing. And so, but we're still, we've still only been beaten once in 4 games, and we are racking up points slowly. Someone who's put in the comments about Cheltenham and Shrewsbury, seems to be, but again.
It's a long season,
it's
guys.
early and it's a long season, and I'm trying to look. We've also got a lot of players to come back into the squad.
Yes.
But it's about how Mellon uses them. We've got to be. We are going to have to be patient, and we are going to have to see. But again, like there's people saying, Danny Afe, Fondop and Quigley isn't working. It's
not, is it?
I thought, to be honest with you, when Quigley came in, it would be so that you could have a big man, one of the big men and another striker playing off him. Speaking of strikers, James Norwood will be in the squad for the game against Fleetwood on Saturday. What do you reckon? Are you putting money on him scoring, Ben, or what?
Nailed on. If he starts, he's scoring, and if he comes on, I fancy him to score the winner late on. He's going to score.
God.
He's bound to. He likes scoring against his old teams, as Tranmere found out last season.
Yeah.
And have you seen his comments? He was interviewed by the Fleetwood equivalent of Alan for their content, and he was saying something like he didn't enjoy it at Oldham as much as he should have done, and I think that's interesting. He wasn't shy in showing his displeasure, was he?
No, I think he was a bit bitter that we didn't offer him a contract, because he sort of put his heart on the table and said, "What a stay," and we just said, "Nah."
Look, I think the thing is we never got the best of him. and it would have been a gamble to
But
keep him.
we owe him for that goal. We
Yeah.
do owe him, and he will never be forgotten. It wasn't the best of. I liked him, but I did like his body language, and
He was a big match player. He scored in big games, big match nose, and Saturday's a big match for him now.
Yeah,
He'll score.
Yeah, probably will. Well, as long as we find our shooting boots and we get more than them, I'm not too bothered.
Start quick, and don't let them attack us. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can get a striker in before.
I don't think we're gonna start quick though in that way. If he plays Conlon and Woods, it's just not going to happen. I mean, let's be critical of the game against. We've got Andy Oldham waiting in the wings, so we'll bring him in a minute. But let's be critical. I mean, the changes that he made, I think he was just holding on for a point, and then he made the substitutions again. 5 minutes to go. You know, by the time they actually got on the pitch, it was like 83, 84 minutes when he brought
Harrott.
Harrott and
Hammond.
He was forced to bring Hammond on. Someone went off injured, didn't he? But it was just kind of like, well, I'll just make these changes, and it wasn't trying to change the game. It was like, well, if you can nick a winner at in the last 5 minutes, great. But he was happy enough to do that. I'd like to see us be a little bit braver. But Mellon, look, he's playing for the season. He's playing for the long haul. He's saying if he's thinking, if I change this up now, make it a bit more open, and we lose the game, then I've cost us a point, and they all add up.
We just need to get that win on the board, and I think once we've got that, it'll bring so much more confidence into the squad. I think so. I think that's if we can get a win on Saturday, that'd be amazing. So,
give us.
I think this is a really good point that Harrott should have come on much earlier. I think he did really well against Swindon as well, hassling, running around. He's got a lot of energy. I think he needs to give him a bit more time and. Play off quickly, and because he's played off Fondop before, hasn't he? So give him a chance to play off quickly and see how that works out.
Yeah.
Because Quigley looks knackered by about 70 minutes, doesn't he? To be fair, because he just put it in.
Their keeper was actually quite small, so I was really surprised we didn't sort of put crosses in. Even like the corner and the free kick that we had, he wasn't challenged at all. So I was, and if your keeper's small, you'd expect at this level they get crosses put in underneath them, but. Didn't happen.
Well, listen, when your combined strike force is like 12.5 feet tall, you need to be putting crosses in regardless, don't you? You know, that's what they need to be getting on the end of it. And when they look, you don't get that many chances in a game. And when you've got them, you've got to take them. And Quigley's header was a poor miss. Right, so before you go then, Ben, prediction for Saturday, score, and your prediction for the season.
So Saturday, 1-1, because I've predicted 1-1 every game. I can't see anything different. Prediction for the season, top half, sort of 11th, 12th, I think. And before I go, can I give a quick shout out to however many it was from Oldham? Because I travelled 2.5 miles and it wasn't worth it for me. So the people that travelled 180 odd miles.
Yeah. Again, brilliant support, wasn't it, for a Tuesday night?
How many did it take?
About 450, I think, weren't it?
It was,
like
450. It was like 450, 460, something like that.
Yeah.
And they were noisy because I was in sort of that towards that end.
Yeah.
Although football in the library, can we bin that off, please?
What, were they singing that, were they?
Yeah.
Was it quiet at Bristol, was it?
No, it wasn't. It's just the Bristol fans are at the other end and it's windy and stuff. It wasn't quiet.
Right.
I think you need to remember where your allegiances lie, Ben.
Oh, don't worry.
Thanks for the call, mate.
Cheers,
Take care.
Ben.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Take care, pal. See you now. Right, I presume this is about Norwood. I hope fans don't boo. So this is my
That's about you.
Yeah, that's all right. They can boo me.
Boo.
So this is my thoughts on it. I think before the game, I think when he comes out, we have to give him a round of applause. With the, give him a bit of, give him a bit of that. And then during the game, we have to give him loads of shit because I tell you what, if he scores, he's going to be right in our faces. It's all fair during the game, fair banter. Give him shit, and hope he doesn't score. And if he doesn't score, we can give him more shit. But yeah, we absolutely acknowledge when he, we give him a round of applause. I think. James Norwood knows. He loves it. He loves a bit of shit.
This bit, Stu Hayes makes a good point about Waters as well. Could you play Quigley and Waters, or maybe that could be a bit an option potentially. You know, I've been critical of Waters, but he's got to give him a go. He's a striker who's fit. Give him a go.
And the thing is with Waters is he works hard, he presses, he chases things down. And if you've got a big man and a little man to worry, it's different things to worry about, isn't it? I think
got good feet.
It's a bit too predictable, I think, having the two big men, because like I watched the commentary with the BBC Bristol commentary on it. Watched the game with the Bristol commentary on it.
All right, there.
Yeah, lovely.
All right, lovely.
And it was, it's like, well, they've got the two big men up front. You know what they're going to do, and it was what we did. And there isn't another option, and it gets a little bit. Well, it's pretty poor to watch, isn't it? It's not the best to watch. Right, before we
come to you, Andy.
we bring in Andy, we'll drop this, shall we?
Tottenham merch, sexy merch. It's Tottenham merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Visit weareoldham.co.uk/shop now to see our brand new range of hot, sexy merch.
Tottenham merch, sexy merch. It's Tottenham merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
And if you go on our website, you'll see fanzines. You can, if you want to buy a fanzine, they're on there now for people who live away or whatever. They're on there.
In prison.
Yeah, there are postage and time costs, so I can't give them all away. But
Absolutely.
if you were one of the crowdfunding donations, check your email, because I'm going to send you one out if you send me your address. So I've got all your emails, but I haven't got your addresses. So send me your address and I'll post you one out for free, because you've already put money in. So, right, let's bring Andy in.
Hello.
Oh, chaps. Hello. Can you hear me all right?
Loud and clear.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. I was down at Bristol with the whole family, in fact. Only the second time we've been to a game all together, the previous one being Wembley. Yeah,
slightly different vibes.
Slightly different, yeah. Slightly different outcome as well. But yeah, I just don't feel we're quite there yet as a team, are we? And
No.
it's just frustrating at the moment. I think Fondop looks very frustrated, in that things just don't seem to be going his way. I think the League Two defenders have got the measure of him quite well, and they're restricting what he can do by fair means or foul. They certainly seem to. He never seems to get quite in the air. I think they're holding him quite well. But I can't fault them for their effort and their blocking and preventing it. What I thought was probably the best footballing side I've seen so far. I thought Bristol knocked the ball out really well. They had some good overlaps on the wing. They were coming down the wing with three players who were interpassing it really well. They're just a bit like Oldham. They just couldn't get a final ball in. That was a killer ball. And when they did, fortunately, Matt Hudson made some really good saves. And
Whoa! Stop there! Just stop. 1 second.
1 second. You are very, very, very lucky indeed.
You.
Gets admiring glances, 'cause it's the wheel of wonder. It's time to take your chances and spin the wheel of wonder. Spin the wheel, can I touch it? Spin the wheel, I wanna touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel of wonder.
Andy, all
Andy.
your
Oh, wow.
dreams can come true.
How
Tonight-
exciting is this?
Well, you said tonight's key thing, which was the Hudson saves, and before we spin the wheel, that save he made from point blank was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, it was amazing. We were right behind. We were only about 4 or 5 rows up from the front, and we were right by it. It was a superb save, and
Yeah.
it just nicely just spun away from the other striker, so he just couldn't quite connect to it. Otherwise,
I think
it's
the
probably
flag
the
went
story
up.
that
I
we
think the
go.
flag went up, didn't it? Though as well. I think
Yeah,
after it. So I think
yeah,
that maybe the guy who was coming in for it was offside. But what a fantastic
it was.
fantastic save. So listen, you got a chance to spin the wheel of wonder. Now, where do you live? You live down south somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, I live down just north of Portsmouth.
Just not. So it wouldn't be too far to get if you get into the draw for the Canberra Sands free Canberra Sands holiday.
Bin Man at the,
Courtesy of Sun on the Sands holidays.
Bin Man's in there at the moment.
Or you could end up
well.
winning one of our sexy merch T-shirts or a sexy merch mug, or
The
mystery prize. And we do have a mystery prize tonight, don't we? So I'll spin it this week, Dave.
Okay.
I've not spun it yet.
Okay,
So say spin the wheel when you're ready, Andy.
Yeah, go on, spin that wheel.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's that
Good
spin.
Look at it spin.
Oh, it's got new ball bearings in
Where's
it.
it? Oh, it's a T-shirt.
A t-shirt.
Yes,
There we
fantastic.
go. So,
I could do it one of them. I've been giving most of my kit away to the family.
Oh,
So
there you go.
all my Oldham shirts have gone now. My two daughters who've not been before are hooked and now keep
Good stuff.
pestering me. They want to come again.
Even after a 0-0 draw at Bristol.
Yeah. Well, they were. One of them lives in Bristol and the other one lives in Cardiff. And they were just blown away at Wembley. They just thought Wembley was superb.
Yeah.
Well, who couldn't? I mean, to say that. Well, it was one daughter. It was her second game at Latics. The other one was her first game, and they were just blown away with it. They just thought it was superb. And then,
amazing.
they even enjoyed it against Bristol. I kept saying to them, it's not going to be like Wembley every time you go. And they enjoyed it at Bristol. They loved the Oldham chants. They loved football in the library. They thought it was really funny. So it's quite good. And going back to the noise, the Rovers fans, give them the due. They weren't noisy all the time, but on occasion when they did make the atmosphere really good. It was all three sides of them were chanting at times. It was when they got behind them, it was good, but it didn't happen very often. When the Oldham fans were singing virtually the whole way through the game.
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers are a bit more reserved, I think, and they only shout when there's something to shout about.
Yeah, I think as well. A point I'd like to make actually on fan noise and atmosphere is from Saturday against Swindon. I thought that the crowd's response to going behind was fantastic. I thought the home fans, the atmosphere at home, when we were losing, even when we were losing 2-0 and when we were 2-1 down, was absolutely brilliant. The fans it was really supportive. It was brilliant, and I think if we just keep that up, and like you said about the travelling fans, it's going to be noisy again on Saturday at Fleetwood, but it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant.
It was really good at Milton Keynes as well. I was at the Milton Keynes game, and that was first game I've seen. It was fantastic there, really good.
Yeah.
Nice ground. I thought I was back in Wembley for a minute, so I saw the seats were a different colour.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, it is. So I've been to those two. I've watched the other two on the telly. It's not the same, but you get a feel for it. But I just don't feel the team's it's just not quite there yet. It's not. I don't think Mellon's playing the team he wants to play. I think his choices of what he wants to do are restricted, and while it's like this, I think you just have to accept you're just going to have battling performances. But at least we're getting them. Yeah, at least we're getting them. The players are showing that desire not to lose. They are putting the effort in.
Yeah, they're not folding like they used to, are they? The heads aren't going down. You know what I mean? And they came back against Swindon, and it's such his life.
It's just that creative and frustrating that some of the passes just seem to just not quite get there. The idea, you can see the idea is right, but it'll either the defender will just get a toe on it, or it'll just go too far past our player. Some of it's rubbish, but every now and again you see a little bit of play and you think, "Oh, that was so close to being perfect," and we're just not getting it.
We've this is the point that Ian's making here. There are players that are going to be moved on, you would imagine, to make space for other players to come in the squad. And we only just got rid of Unsworth signings and players that we didn't want over the last couple of seasons. It takes time to
you can't we can't afford to just pay up everybody that needs to leave and then bring people in. It's not that there's a budget, and that's the way it works. So I think by the end of this month, obviously there will be business done. I think it's pretty obvious that we need somebody who's more of a finisher and a poacher, goal scorer, that offers something different up front, something quicker. You know, the midfield. I think obviously we've still got Pet and we've got Kane who are injured. Kai Payne.
Harry Kane.
I wish. You know, so and I've been impressed.
Stevens is out for 3 months.
Stevens is out. I've been impressed with Hannon. I've been impressed with Hawks. He's doing pretty well. Morris, I like the look of. I would have rather seen Morris play there than Drummond. Drummond's quick, but he's got to start delivering on the end products. That's his
big thing. I'll go back to Waters. I saw him. He hasn't scored many, but I haven't seen much of him. But what I did see at Solihull Moors last year was he finished that goal at Solihull Moors really well. It was a really well taken goal. I haven't seen an Oldham player take a shot and score a goal as well as that for a while. You know, we've scored goals, but that was quite a clinical finish he did.
Yeah, he's missed some sitters though, hasn't he? He's missed some sitters as well for Latics, which is frustrating. But then they all have, haven't they?
Yeah. I just haven't seen enough of him really. I think that's my view on it. I just haven't seen enough of him to make a proper judgment as to how he would play off Quigley or Fondop. But
even giving him 10 minutes here and there, do you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Trying to think back to like the last game he played there. When he played against Solihull, I don't think he's played much since after that game.
No,
did he, I think
it was Boston away, weren't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
I
mean, the difficulty we have as fans from afar is we don't see what's going on in training. We don't see what's going on in the training ground. So there must be some things there as to why he's not getting selected. There must be things happening that Mellon's seeing it or the coaches are seeing in the training ground that make them think he's quite the player they want to finish things off for us.
He's in the squad. I mean, he makes the squads, doesn't he? I mean, he strikes me from. I mean, I've spoken to him outside the club shop once. He's a really nice guy. Obviously, it's only, but he seems, you know, I would imagine he's quite professional. He look really fit and well built and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's more a case of for this season. I think in terms of him and Kay, it's like they're probably going to be going, so they're probably not going to be getting used. Garner, like Stephen says here, Garner is the one who will come straight back into this team as soon as he's fit and as soon as he's ready, and he'll make a massive difference. I think playing up front with either Quigley or Fondop. I think as soon as Garner's fit, he'll be in the team.
And that's my fear. I feel like we're a team that's waiting for the right players to be available, and then I think Payne in midfield with Conlon and Woods would make a difference because I don't feel that the midfield drive us forward enough.
But I can't see. I can't see
that. But I don't know whether Payne's like at finish. Really, you want a midfield player who can support the front two and have a bit of a good shot on them, so that if it does come back from the front two, they can have a crack from 20 yards or
I think
at the edge of the box.
Hannon's got a good shot on him because he just went over, didn't it? And then the keeper saved against Colchester. But Morris's shots are a bit soft, aren't they? Because he had 2 shots against Swindon. I think my grandma could have kicked it harder than him. But, you know, it's such as like we just need to have more shot. Hawks as well, cutting inside and then not shooting. Just shoot.
We do need to shoot. We do need to shoot more.
Yeah,
I think definitely.
Definitely.
And it's like at the moment I look at it and I just don't see where our goals are going to come from. They just seem to be, when Oldham are coming forward, I'm thinking, I'm not confident that there's going to be an end product.
Yeah, well, that's Mickey Mellon's issue, and we've just got to support the team and carry on.
Well, that's right. We just keep going. I mean, you've got to look at the other side. I think, the defence is looking pretty good and pretty solid, really. I think we might be exposed against sides that have got really fast wingers, but we haven't really seen that so far. My feeling is with the team we've got at the moment, as it's playing at the moment, I think we'll be 16th or 17th, somewhere around there, where we are now. Really, that's my feeling. when the team starts gelling, there's some slight tweaks to it and some improvements, then, top 10 maybe, just about. That's
Yeah.
that's
My
gut feeling
my
at the
prediction on
moment.
the podcast of 7th is feeling a bit ambitious at the minute, but it is a
Yeah.
long season.
But it
I
can
think- I
change.
think-
It can change.
Yeah.
I feel we're not far away. And considering, again, looking at who we've played as well, you've got to bear that in mind. In that, I was looking the other day. I put something on Twitter about it. But basically, Milton Keynes, Bristol Rovers are the two most well-funded teams in the league. Colchester are about 4th or 5th best funded. We're bottom of the pile in terms of the value of our squad. So they reckon our squad's worth about 1.2 million. Can't remember. I think Milton Keynes is 7. Bristol Rovers is nearly 6. So there's a big, huge difference in the value of the squads, if you like.
I think it's a good point.
so-
And I think the thing to remember is, I mean, none of those teams that you've just mentioned have been languishing in the National League for the last 3 years, have they? And
No, that's right.
and had to deal with all the implications that come with that.
And they used to play that level and that sort of football. It's definitely a lot more. That's the word. They're a lot cleverer at their what some would say is cheating, some would say shithousery, or
I think it's the worst
blocking,
division. I think
pulling.
it's the worst division for it, Andy. I think all that stuff,
yeah.
shirt pulling, all that kind of stuff.
They seem
great.
to get away with it. And
Yeah.
even my daughter, who haven't been to many games, said that they felt that the Oldham don't seem to get the rub of the green with them comes. It does seem fairly random when the referees are going to give a free kick for it.
Yeah.
So, you think, that's definite. No, they don't get one. Well, that's only a slight tweak of his arm, but he give a free kick for it.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
not
it's a bit
good
annoying,
about
isn't
it, really. It is.
Yeah.
It's really annoying because
Yeah.
you just, But anyway, I
But
have to learn.
I
We
think
have to learn how to do it.
I think equally it goes for both teams, Andy. I think that we get some,
Yeah.
they get some, and all that. It's
Yeah,
just
and
poor
it's-
poor
and all this
officiating, really.
It's a man's game, and you just have to take it and give it back the same.
We're going to bring back the ref review, Dave.
Maybe.
ref
The ref review.
Yeah.
Right, so
But
listen,
I
Andy, give us a shout, Louis. Let us know which T-shirt you want. Of
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Of the extensive. I need to get some more merch on there, actually.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do
Okay.
some thinking. But right, go on. What's your prediction for Saturday away at Fleetwood?
Oh, I don't like making predictions, but it's hopefully it's going to be tight because I don't think Oldham are going to win 3-4-0 and score 4 goals. I could see Fleetwood scoring 4 goals, but not us. So I'm hoping it's going to be a tight game, and I think possibly a 1-1 draw.
Well, I think we need that
I'd
away
like to keep
end.
tight.
That away end needs
But
something
we
to
have got,
cheer. That's for sure.
That's true. You've got 1,000 fans going, haven't you? So we sold out 1,000 tickets. So
Yeah.
that might just lift the players enough. So we might edge it, but I can't. I just can't see where our goals come about. I wish I had a bit more confidence. I could say, 2-0. But I can't see us scoring 2 goals the way we're playing at the moment.
No, but it's
Well,
a
we
funny
shall
old
see.
game, isn't
It
it?
is.
It's a funny old game.
Yeah,
Right,
it
listen.
is.
Thanks for your call, Andy.
Cheers,
Much
mate.
appreciated,
Yeah.
mate.
Thank you.
And
Congratulations.
congratulations on winning on the Wheel of Wonder, sponsored by
Oh,
Sunderland.
yeah,
Sunderland
yes.
Sons. Cheers, mate.
Excellent. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you in
Bye
a
for
bit.
now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Right, before we hear from our next caller.
The Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans. So, if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too.
Easy boy.
Easy boy.
Hey, and that's something that we were saying to this next caller last season. We were saying, easy boy, especially at Dagenham away. Easy lad, calm down. And it wasn't that boy there. Easy boy. It was this one. But, hello. Who's that, Gaz?
When that dog barked on your advert, then its ears pricked up and it stood up.
Brilliant.
It's still not
But
sure.
Gaz, I saw you today in the Egyptian rooms at lunchtime. And,
No, you
we just
didn't. It weren't me.
we just had a quick. No, I didn't.
You twin
No, you
brother.
I saw you somewhere. Well, I don't know. I think you were at work or something. Anyway, I saw you. But Bristol, you're a changed man, Gaz. You're a changed man. This stage, like, you know, you seem being very zen and very kind of like trust the process and all
No,
that. Tell us.
I respectfully disagree. I think it was completely reasonable to be erratic and neurotic last year because we were desperate to get up. And I think it's completely reasonable this year, given we've had a promotion, to give things a little bit of time. There's no desperation to be top of this league at the end of August. Last year, we had to get up. It was win or sink or bust, wasn't it? We had to get up. So everyone was uptight. That's just how it was. So to me, it was completely reasonable to be a neurotic idiot all year. You won't. I've not changed at all. For me this year, we're 4 games in.
I know, but it doesn't stop some people, does it, Gaz? Let's be honest.
Well, what I can't understand is the names. A lot of common, names who were very last year, or just give it chance and were really willing to put up with it last year, have now chucked toys completely out the pram after 4 games this year. I can't get my head round it. We know football under Mellon is a tough watch. It was a tough watch for 46 games last year. It's a tough watch for the 30 games before. It's going to be a tough watch this year. Why are people complaining it's a tough watch? We know it's a tough watch. We went on Tuesday with a game plan to come away with a point, and we did it. Same as Milton Keynes. I'm okay with that if you have a go at home. All right, the Swindon game was rubbish, and we shot ourselves in the foot. But I think you've hit the nail on the head, Matt. Mellon's playing for the season, not for a Tuesday at Bristol Rovers.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like last season. You can put up if there's success at the end of it, then great.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
which
I mean?
there was. We
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
last year. Listen, you would never have convinced me last year in January when we'd not won in 4, or in September when we drew 5 1-1s on the roll that were going up. Absolutely not. I ate me humble pie and I was wrong. So the man has got us a promotion. Fondop got 20 goals, even though you'll never go up with Fondop up front. They both deserve A, some respect, and B, a bit of time from us at the moment now. The transfer window is still open, so we can still recruit. Let's come back and have these conversations after 15 games, eh? It's absolute madness. We all said when these fixtures came out, August and September is tough. Mellon will have looked at them fixtures and said, I don't want a run of defeats. So he's trying to just manage our way through it. I'm not going to throw out there and say all these injuries because I've got my thoughts on that. And there's too many injuries, regardless of how they're happening. There's too many and they have to do something there. So I won't buy that as an excuse. It's no different to last year. When these 6 lads come back, there'll be another 6 lads out. So they have got to do something there. But I do honestly think, I mean, in the comments, it's not working with Quigley and Fondop. They look like they've never played together. Well, they haven't. They've played 2 games together. I don't understand. For me, the glaringly obvious thing at the moment is the lack of runner in the middle. Conlon and Woods probably our 2 most technical, best talented footballers. They don't touch the ball enough in the current system we've got. They're not able to dictate the play. They can't get from the front to the pitch to the back quickly and at ease. It is tough there. But if you want to go and win a point away from home, they're your men. At home, we do need athleticism in the middle. We need some athleticism, we do. But I just think at this moment in time, I'm not positive, I'm not negative, I'm not a bit nothing. I'm just seeing what happens at the moment because we're in the league we wanted to be in. We've played 4 of the bigger clubs. Games we want, full stadiums, 7,000-8,000 away on a Tuesday night. That's what we wanted. It's not Maidenhead. It's not Truro, it's not Woking. So, and we've competed. Let's just see. They got us a promotion. Let's just see what happens. If it's shit, they'll get replaced. I've
Are
nothing
you
more to
gassed?
add.
I'm only joking. No,
What? So you
I
didn't
don't
think I
know,
was
no,
talking
no,
sense last year?
no, mate,
But I think the thing is that we've had 3 years of the state of mind that you were describing earlier.
I think these points are
of that
absolutely
sort of,
bang on.
you know,
I think
that
you've been up. Yeah.
it was a lot more. It was a lot more critical, a lot more important. I don't think any of us look at the team we've got now and the manager we've got now and think we're going to go down. So that you said that's the main thing.
He looked at them fixtures in August and September and said, "If I get 8 points, 10 points, I'll be happy." And
yeah, and then he'll look at the next 10 and go, I want 15, 16 from them. We know this is what he does. He plays for, right, my aim total 75 points. This is how I'm going to get there. And he did it last year. And whether you think it was fluke, whether you think he fell across something, his system worked. And it's worked 5 times before. And it might happen for a 7th time. Let's just see. When we're watching it, we know it's predictable with Fondop and Quigley. They're both big men. The idea is obviously I've listened to the opposition's manager's interview after every game, and they've all said the same thing. We know what Oldham get. They play for knockdowns and set pieces. We are what it says on the tin. So I don't know why people are expecting us to go to Bristol Rovers on a Tuesday just because they've not won in 10 or 15 and expecting us to roll them over 3-0 and it be comfortable. They are now going to be someone's banana skin, aren't they, for the next 6 weeks because they've not won. Everyone's going to go up to them and say they've not won in 16 Bristol. It's going to be us. So, and they won't be down there come the end of the season. There's not a chance. They'll get firing and they'll be up there.
It's like every manager's also said that Oldham are never down and out. They'll always come back. And compared to where we were 2 or 3 years ago, we were like we'd fold in that last 10 minutes and our heads would go. We're strong as a unit, aren't we, in terms of our concentration levels? But Mellon has got them drilled to a point. All right, Swindon, the second goal was really poor, but you could see the improvement and how they'd sort of switch from that on Tuesday night. So again, we're improving bit by bit. And it's just going to take time. And we're a month behind everyone else. Everyone still forgets that. We're a month behind everybody else.
Exactly. I think there's an element of we're managing a little bit by trial and error. Now, whether that's forced because of the injuries or because he's just not sure because he's only had him a month, like you said, David, he's not sure where the best thing is. Don't know. I was pleased that there wasn't wholesale changes Tuesday. I do think we need 4 or 5 games where we try and keep as many as the 11 together as possible, just to give us a bit of a chance.
That was my surprise, Gaz, with the Swindon, with the change of formation and personnel. That's what surprised me, because I thought we'd played well against Colchester. We finished the game well. And a bit of that incidental thing where Woods had to go off injured, Hannon came on, we looked more attacking, and then he changed it. And that kind of, well, it annoyed me a little bit, based on the fact that we started the game so poorly.
Yeah, I think what's happening I'm just really surprised at how anxious and how neurotic people are being, given they was all okay with watching that crap last year. That's what's shocked me. I thought that desperation had made everyone relax a little bit more and have see the bigger picture. And I really would encourage people to do that, because your blood pressure won't be half as high. Come off my tablets now, me. Hey, fancy that? Come off.
Everyone's just very reactionary. Like Rob Walker has been very, very volatile, should we say, on the comments. You know what I mean? Saying, we'll still be a month behind in April and we're a league team, we're behind the pace. It's just, come on, Rob. Come on,
apply a big dollop of common sense to it. I think as well, like we point. There's a big thing at the moment. And listen, I was this person last year. I know I was. Every bad thing Mellon did, I were on him, because I didn't have respect for him. I didn't think he was going to be capable of doing it, and I ignored all the half decent stuff. And that is happening now. We are ignoring anything good we do. So I put a few clips from the extended highlights on against Swindon where we'd gone long, Fondop had brought it down, he'd laid it off, and we'd created a chance. It's just being completely ignored because it doesn't suit the narrative that recruitment's crap, the players are crap, he's shit. Let's just give them a few games to get to know each other and see where we go. If they're not good enough, they'll be replaced. It's simple as that.
I mean, every fan base has got the same kind of personalities in there. You know, your glass half full, your glass half empty. Latics, though, I mean, the vibe I get off Mickey Mellon is, and like you said about the style of football and that, but there's like there's an assuredness that he knows
he knows what he wants to do. He knows he knows what works, what doesn't work over a season, and I think that's important. I think in terms of recruitment, I think what we have to remember, we are not the club with the checkbook that goes and says, right, we want him. That's who we're having. We that's not how our recruitment goes. We identify players and we get who we can, because some of the ones that might be top of the list probably go somewhere else because they get a better offer, better deals, better higher division. So we do have to make do, and that's part of the process of. And now I think there's some really positive signs on most of the players that we've brought in this season. I've seen people moaning about Daniels. I quite like him. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
It's just that getting up to. It's just that getting up to speed. Matt Daniels
he was out last
year.
He was out last season. He was completely out for the season, weren't he? So
I think Hawks is doing pretty well. Morris has shown good stuff. Hannant's shown good stuff, and we know
Charsley will be chomping at the bit to get back as well. Caprice.
If they're not good enough, they'll be replaced, won't they? If they're not good enough, they'll be replaced. It's simple as that. I just think, like you say, at the moment, it's really early days. I've been taken aback by how much patience people haven't got after 4 games. So I'll put this question to you that was in one of the groups I'm in on Tuesday. The statement was made, that's just simply not good enough, that. So I asked, and I'll ask you two now, what wasn't good enough about Tuesday? Because when I think back to some Tuesday night performances at home last year, getting beat 2-0 by Maidenhead, getting beat 2-0 by Woking when you're expected to win, what we saw Tuesday was polar opposites, miles apart, against a good team at home, a well-established football club, sorry. I didn't think there was anything wrong with Tuesday in terms of what he went to do. Now, if you wanted him to go and try and win the game 3 or 4-0 and be open, and we get caught and get beat 2-0, we're having him for being a bit naive, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, you can just look. You can look at the. You can
say, all right, they didn't create enough chance to score a goal, but they did have chances, and Quigley had a glorious chance. Fondop took one off Quigley's head at the back post. That was another chance. So Drummond missed that sitter at the end, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't really a sitter. He was on his back.
No, it weren't sitter. It weren't a sitter, no. And Woods had one similar. And to be fair, if he were hitting it on target, we're getting blocked anyway. There were 4 or 5 men in front of him. The same with Woods. But Quigley, that's the chance you want for Quigley. But he should be getting that opportunity 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's not a sitter, but that is a chance a target man wants. So Quigley and Fondop should be getting. You should be getting 3 of them a game, Quigley and Fondop. Yeah. And if they're missing 3 a game each, then you're saying, look, these two, they need replacing. But what they're doing at the moment is they're saying to him, right, I want you to win every header. I want you to hold it up. I want you to run the channels. I want you to come short. I want you to go in behind. Every time we concede a corner, I want you to run back and clear it. When we concede a free kick, I want you to come back and clear it. If they've got a long throw, I want you to come back and clear it. Oh, and by the way, you're not really going to get any chances. But off you go, lads. And then there's people slagging them off, saying they're not good enough. To be fair, I think well unfair.
I think Quigley doesn't like it to his head. He likes it to his feet. I think he holds the ball up better to chest or feet, isn't he? He's that sort of player, whereas Fondop's header bring it down. Do you know what I mean? I think Quigley's just that different sort of player because we've been so used to Fondop taking it with a flick on or trying to get that. He's not that flick on sort of player, is he? Quigley. He likes it to chest, feet, and to hold off the player. But he's not sharp enough yet because he hasn't played a lot of games. But give him 10 games, and I think he'll come good.
I was just going to say, Dave, I don't know about that with Quigley because I've not seen him enough, so I don't know. He's just come in from hardly playing, and we're flogging him. And he was asking for a sub after about 60 minutes on Tuesday. He was goosed. And you can see Mellon is telling him and Fondop to not be any more than 10 yards apart. So they're having to move, in tandem across the pitch, which sometimes makes it look like they're nowhere near it, but they're under instruction to stay close together because if something drops, it's a tough gig for them at the moment. But I still maintain up front at the moment is not our biggest issue. Start creating some chances, and if they start missing them, then dig them out. But at the moment, as a team, we're not creating nowhere near enough. But
no.
I think that's given the opposition and the injuries, that's not overly concerning him. I think he's trying to stay in games.
Yeah, the four players behind the midfield, behind the strikers have got to get in and link up
more
Yeah.
with the strikers.
100%.
And what I like about Daniels is he's quite direct. I like he gets forward, he drives, he pushes on, he's not afraid. And I think when you've got your centre halves pushing up the pitch like that, I want to see another midfielder committing. I want to see, let's start overloading them a bit if we can.
Yeah.
Let's get more
Yeah.
bodies up the pitch. And look, it's not going to happen all the time. I'm not saying that we're trying to play in that half, but it's like at particular moments in the game there are opportunities to get more bodies forward, to put them under a bit of pressure, especially away from home. There are individual performances you look at and say he could have done a bit better, he could have done a bit better. But in terms of, like you said, the overall thing, you go to Bristol, you don't on a Tuesday night, you don't concede, you come away with a point. Fair enough.
Not
We could have
wrong with
nicked it 1-0. You'd be delighted then if you come away 1-0. So we could have lost
There's
it 1-0
nothing-
equally, but we
It's such his life,
keep
innit?
it in his job, and I'm happy.
There's,
I'm happy enough
there's
with it.
going to
But
be
we've
times
got to
in
win the home
games. Yeah, there's going to be times in games, especially away from home, where you're hanging on. We was hanging on a little bit last 10 minutes against MK, but that's going to come against these better times in the division. Colchester were hanging on for 45 against us. No one's bringing that up. To me, good spot about Matt Hudson. He was outstanding on Tuesday. Not just the saves, but his distribution, his command. He was just so calm, and he looks really comfortable at this level so far for me. Now, I hope I don't curse the fella and he throws one in Saturday, which keepers all having him, but he's settled. The other players will settle. I thought Ogle had his best game on Tuesday.
Yeah, he did. He played well.
So let's just give him a bit of chance, and just see where it goes.
It is a big step from. Everyone says like, oh, there's national league teams and there's who could produce in the League Two, but it's still a big step mentally for the players from going from National League to league football, where they've been at a leisure centre and they're going to these bigger stadiums. Like Regan Ogle was playing in National Leagues at North 2 seasons ago, so it is a bit of a step for him. So just Jack Stevens will probably be the same.
Yeah, I agree. For me, the biggest difference I've seen at the moment is how strong the players are. I feel like even our strongest players like Month, Daniels, Fondop are not as strong as a lot of the opposition. So I think that's been the biggest difference I've seen so far in how well conditioned the opposition's been. What do you two think's been the biggest difference so far?
I think that I noticed that last time we were in League Two that we were bullied. I mean, I think we're not going to get bullied the same way this season. I don't think, because we've got a lot more sort of, we're being described a lot of the time as a physical side. So we do have some physical players in there, but last time we were proper bullied out of it.
I think it's the speed of getting up the pitch, in terms of the passing. I think that watching Swindon, it was like watching a practice match at some point.
They had athletes, didn't they?
They were just, but they were accurate with the passing, one touch. It was really, really nice to see Swindon play, but I wish it wasn't against us. And Colchester in the first 20 minutes there looked like one-touch football, and then we switched on because again they set the tempo with the one-touch passing, and it was really. I think we controlled it better against Bristol because they tried to set the tempo, but we started to get on them a lot quicker. And Conlon again, he's just leading that charge, and I thought he played really well. Do you know what I mean? He was setting the example and setting the standard. Do you know what I mean?
I've gone pretty. That's the one thing I've gone pretty early on. I think Matt, you're on similar lines. I think Woods and Conlon both look better without the other. I think we fell upon it against Colchester when Hannant came in, and I thought that 45 minutes was Conlon's best 45 minutes in an Oldham shirt when he was next to Hannant.
Correct.
And that's because he had someone who did the running for him. Now against Swindon, because Conlon and Woods were getting the run around that much and the Reds were spinning them first 20 minutes, Hannant had to drop in and do the running with them, which meant we lost our 10. But for me, I would love to see either Woods or Conlon with Hannant as your 8 and then maybe a Morris or a Hawks in that 10 at the moment. But I personally, for me, that's the only thing I'm willing to go a little bit early on. I don't think that we see the best of either when they're together.
No, they both want to occupy the same part of the pitch.
and almost they're not in each other's way, but they're the same, very much the same type of player. Now, I'd rather have a back four with one of them sat in front of the back four,
Yeah.
and then possibly even have three across. And if we had a Jorgen Nathan type, that'd be fantastic. But and then the two up top. I don't know, but like it got to sort that out because it's like you said, away performance, clean sheet, and all that. It works,
Yeah.
but we've still got to try and score goals while we're while we're away.
I think
I think when Stevens comes back, it's going to be or Peck comes back. Sorry, it's going to go to a 4-1-3-2 when it comes back. I think that's what they're going to go for. I think.
I'm not sure, Dave. I think that if you remember, last year he was playing Conlon and Pett just in the 10 games before the playoffs, and we all kept saying, I don't think they work well together. It sets us back a bit. And then when he had to put his bollocks on the line, he dropped Conlon for the playoffs because he wanted Evans sitting and he wanted Pett as the runner. And that I don't think was a reflection on Conlon.
I think Woods will be the dropper or Conlon will be the drop. That dropper, and then they're going to put in the three.
Yeah,
they'll have
Pett and then someone else.
They'll have Morris and Hawks or Stevens, and then they'll have the two big lads up front. I think potentially. I don't know. I could be wrong. But
I think it's a good situation.
It's either going to be Conlon or Woods when Pett gets back in.
I think it's good to have Woods and Conlon for that role. Because, last season when Conlon was out and a bit earlier on in the season when he was injured, we missed him, didn't we? And now we've got two players that can play that role.
We missed him so much. It's so we don't speak about that enough. That when Conlon went out for them 12, 15 games, it was a big loss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Massive.
I mean, he's obviously a leader, but equally he dropped him for our three biggest games of the season, Dave.
Yeah.
There's something in there with him where he's just not quite sure if we need to win a game, he plays him.
But that's when Evans was there, and Evans was a quality footballer, and you put him in that position. So
has he retired him?
No.
I'm not sure.
Did you any of you see the tweet from Wandering Fisherman earlier, which was really interesting? He said that Kane Drummond causes us a massive problem because we actually play better when he's on the pitch, but his product hasn't been the best, so it's a massive quandary for us at the moment. And I agree with him.
I have to agree that we have that because do you know why? They have to put one person on him, and they may put two people on him because he's that fucking fast.
I think in the first half, I think he did all right. I thought he was all right in the first half. And
him and Fondop started well,
and we got some good bits of link.
When he scores a couple, he'll be right on it.
We just need to hope that they can pick up the confidence that they need. The forward players need confidence, and he's
you can't fault him for trying though. He doesn't give up. He doesn't sulk. He doesn't stop. He still carries on. He don't.
None of them did. And someone tweeted on Tuesday, a bit of effort won't go amiss, and it pissed me off. That I thought, that's just digging out people. That's not right. Because if anything, they fought, and actually for us in the ground, not one of us were going, "Oh, this is rubbish. This is rubbish." It was frustrating because we were missing opportunities to break and stuff, but. The 90 minutes felt okay, and we were having banter with the Bristol Rovers fans. The 90 minutes weren't bad at all in the ground.
Did you see that? Did you see that tweet? I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about the amount of signings Mellon's made to get us out of the National League, and he was talking he went through all the lists, but that's just football. Do you know what I mean? We had the luxury of signing as many players as we could in the National League to get us out of the league. And I couldn't. They were saying, "Oh, he's signed Charles, he's signed this," and Mellon should be fucked off with the amount of signings that and the resources that he's had. But any manager with that amount of resources, look at Wrexham. They're signed.
The thing is, Dave, we're on about sacking people and saying players aren't good enough after 4 games, and we've only lost one of them.
And
we're in the football league. We're in the football. Everyone keeps forgetting we're in the football league. And if you'd have said to you, bloody Ebbsfleet away last season, Gaz, we're going to be in the football league next season.
I'd have said no. I'd have said it's a different manager then. That's what I'd have said.
No, but I think I said, would you take this 0-0 at Ebbsfleet now if you know you're going to be at Bristol Rovers on a Tuesday night next season? Of course you would.
But I think in fairness before we wrap it up, guys, I think in fairness, like a lot of these comments are like private conversations, social media. I think the fans have been fantastic with the team and the players, home and away this season, and I think that when it comes down to it in the ground,
the fans are doing what they need to do, and obviously then in the pub, on social media, whatever, we all have our opinions about people, but and that's what it's all about. So do a Gaz and come on the phone in next week and let us know how you feel now.
I'd like to see Rob Walker on the phone in next week. I really would, because
The shit house. Don't not read any of his comments. Don't know who he is, but I'm just.
He's been on. Do you know? But to be fair, he does go out. He has. But he's like it's a phone, so it's good to vent. Don't just
Buy him
comment,
a
Rob.
pint when I see him.
Right now, Gaz,
ring in.
presumably you've got your booze bus tickets for Fleetwood.
Yeah, ring fence for hospitality. Actually,
Ring fence, yeah. So you're going. What do you reckon is going to happen, apart from obviously the inevitable Norwood goal?
Well, firstly, just to clarify and back up what Bin Man said, we're not even running a coach to Saturday because that many of us couldn't get a ticket. Right. So shove your ring fences right up your ass. It's not happened. I wish it did. I think 1-1. And I hope James Norwood pulls his hamstring as soon as he comes on.
Oh no!
I'll clap him before. Absolutely. He gave us one of our greatest moments ever.
Yeah.
But he's gone. He didn't want to be here. The club didn't want to keep him. The man who's got us promotion in 30 years didn't want to keep him. Mate, why don't we just trust him?
Yeah, good point. And what a comment to end that on.
Right, Gaz,
well
we'll see. Did you get a ticket? Yeah.
Got a ticket, boys. See you there.
Nice one. See you on Saturday then.
See you,
right,
lads.
thanks for your call, Gaz. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Right.
I like a happy Gaz, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely stuff. Right, it is time for facts about Fleetwood, Dave.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Facts about, and you find out about.
Fleetwood.
Former Latics interim manager and fan Pete Wild is the manager of Fleetwood Town. We invited him onto the show, but he politely declined.
Shithouse. Fleetwood Mac are a British-American rock band formed in London by 1967 by singer-in-charge Peter Green. Green named the band by combining the surnames of Mick Fleetwood and bassist John McVie, who remained with the band throughout its lineup. They're not from Fleetwood.
That's why I went first.
Thanks.
Fleetwood started to look like it does today in the 1830s. A rich landowner and politician named Peter Hesketh Fleetwood had a big idea. He wanted to turn Fleetwood into a busy seaport and a place where trains could connect with ships.
Fleetwood are known as the Cod Army. The decline of the fishing industry began in the 1960s, hastened by cod wars with Iceland, the country, not the supermarket.
Why a young John Lennon spent his childhood summer holidays in Fleetwood with a cousin who lived in the town, returning to the town on the 25th of August 1962 when the Beatles played at the Marine Hall.
The Beatles. Leicester striker Jamie Vardy began his career at Fleetwood. Latics chairman Simon Courtney famously thought 20k was too much to pay.
And you find out about.
Fleetwood.
John Robb.
Yeah, so there you go. Some facts about Fleetwood there. I've been once before. It was in League One when Carl Winchester scored. I think we won 3-1 or 2-1. I can't remember. Someone else will be able to remember. But what I do remember, it was in January and it was freezing cold. It was proper freezing cold. But we've got August bank. What's that in your head, Dave?
Grass.
It's a spider. We've August bank holiday weekend this year, so hopefully it's going to be quite nice and by the seaside.
Sexy bank holiday.
Should be good fun. Yeah. Are you going?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Ish.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
What's your prediction, Matt?
Well, we need to win one game, don't we?
We do.
It's Latics fan.
I'd like to win more than one.
I'd like
game.
it so that because obviously Pete Wild wants Fleetwood to win because he's their manager, but if we win, he'll also be happy, won't he? Because he's a Latics fan. So that's the best possible outcome, isn't it?
Saying I'd be absolutely delighted if Oldham beat Fleetwood, but I can't say that on the show.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to get him on just to see if we could talk to him about what's it because he's never managed against Latics before. This must be a weird thing for him. To be a fan and have been the manager.
He did politely decline. He said, I don't want to be anywhere near anything like this for this week. So
fair enough.
He's a top guy.
We had to ask, didn't we?
Yeah, I'll put that up.
Yeah.
Absolutely ring fenced. Yeah. I'll be in hospitality with Sue, Darren, Luke, Frank, eating my prawn sandwiches.
Absolutely.
And I didn't have to pay for a ticket either. So.
Yeah. No, we get Barry always watch. We get everything free all the time.
All the time.
And the club pay us money
Oh yeah, we
Put
get
it
loads
into our bank account.
for computers and stuff.
Yeah, and also we're on the payroll from
Absolutely.
OASF. as well.
OASF, yeah.
No, so yeah, we're absolutely.
And we embezzled funds.
Enough.
We
Yeah.
don't really, Barry.
No. So so that I'm looking. Yeah, prediction. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Latics. Proper scenes in the away end.
Ooh.
Late winner.
Ooh.
Late winner. Mike Fondup score his first goal for. Yeah, I'll stick with Fondup. Fondup to score, and Norwood score an own goal from a corner.
What, from his own corner?
Yeah, from his own
a looping header.
Yeah. I don't give a shit how we win, but it'd be nice to pick up our first 3 points this season away at Fleetwood for sure.
Facts about Fleetwood from Bob there.
Fisherman's friends. I made there.
Off the fisherman's friend, the man.
The fisherman's friend. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and joining in, and we'll see you for the podcast on Monday.
Bye.
Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage?
Ooh,
What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
a macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
Macchiato.
then go to buymeacoffee.com/we are Oldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Ooh. Thank you, listeners.